Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Echo and welcome back today to part 4 of me revisiting the old versions of Minecraft. Thank you so much for the support on something a little different. Many of you are interested where Minecraft did begin. Now in the previous episodes I've done, it's been a lot of creative, like instantly breaking and placing blocks. This one is actually the first time we have survival available, so I do remember this version, but I don't think this was the exact version they released to the public, but it's very, very similar. I've also had a lot of questions from you guys saying, how can you do this? This is possible on Minecraft PC only, and all you need to do is open your Minecraft launcher, and in the bottom left, click Edit Profile. You'll see these options, which says Version Selection. You've got Enable Experiment Development, which is for snapshots. Then the bottom two is Allow Use of Old Beta and Allow Use of Old Alpha. And the version I'm using in today's video is old_alpha INF, which I think is infinite, and then dash 201.006.18. So if you guys want to use this version, that is the version we are using. So let's get into this. As always, if you would like a part 5, be sure to thumbs it up because I really do appreciate the support. So anyway, we now have our first launcher screen menu, which actually displays the very first Minecraft logo, and holy potatoes, it's absolutely awful. Also, this is the first time we have the pulsing effect, which says exploding creepers, and that's still available today. So a lot of the old things are still available in Minecraft, keeping it very retro. Now, I am not going to turn this into some crazy let's play, but actually in today's video we can save the world, so we can see the progression through our updates. And the text you guys can probably see behind me or can't see behind me just says free memory, the memory I'm using, and then allocated memory, which I do remember as well. So before we go into single player, I'm going to go into options. We've got music on and off. Now again, there is no music, there is no sound because it wasn't implemented in this version. What I do remember though is this graphics. This was the first time you would change your graphics from kind of, I'm not going to click it because it does freeze. But basically, this was a long time ago when you could determine your version because it wasn't really optimized as much as it was today, and PCs weren't really as good 5 years ago for the games like Minecraft. So yeah, I remember that. So not too much has changed in here. Obviously, we've got the controls here. Load location. If I was to press R, it would reload to where I started. We've got toggle, a whole bunch of things which I'm pretty much familiar with. But then let's go to single player. Again, we can create a world. So let's just do a brand new world. This is the first ever survival terrains. And it looks absolutely awesome. So as you guys can see at the top left, it pretty much says what version I'm using. That was really annoying. It says my FPS, which is 149. That's not too bad in the old versions of Minecraft. But this is the first ever one. If I press R, I think it just moves me back to my normal space. I'm not entirely sure. No, I guess it doesn't. I thought it was going to reload it. There is no B, which would last time bring up the blocks, which was creative. It's all survival now, as you guys can see. And I now have the first ever inventory. So yeah, this is the normal Steve. And then actually I can press F5 and it starts. Is this supposed to be raining? Is it raining in Minecraft? That is really strange. I actually have no idea what that's all about. Oh wow, look at the way he moves. See, I actually don't remember this version, but it was a very similar version that I first ever played. But look, I can't look in front of me. That's the funniest movement ever in Minecraft. That is like the first Steve I showed you when they were jumping around like this. This is what it was like. But yeah, we are definitely that Steve now. So you guys can see where the first ever Steve was then introduced to the game. So you can press F5, but you can't see in front of you. But yeah, it reminds me of the old versions of Pocket Edition. So let's do a little bit of exploring again because this is the first ever survival. I think it does, yes, it does have a day and night cycle, so maybe we'll get the option to see the nighttime as well, but this is just breaking blocks. It kind of sucks that there's no sound yet. Obviously, they focused on making the game before they focused on the sounds. But yeah, let's start breaking a few things. It actually is going to feel like a survival. The plan isn't to make this into a survival series. It's kind of more just to see where the game did progress. Again, I don't know if the trees are going to give me apples. Again, I actually have no idea what blocks are available because, well, we jumped a few versions to get into this one. I was going to do another version which was very similar to the one we already did. So let's do this. We got the first ever crafting. You can't like shift click them all. But you can make some things here. So let's make a few things, a few of the basic things. Oh, it does start to decay. It does start to decay. I don't think we're going to get any apples, though. Even though apples were actually in an early version of Minecraft. So I'm kind of really strange, kind of worried about that. Okay, then that's a weird thing. So also, a lot of the textures you see in Minecraft, even today, was from Notch's old game. Now, the old game he had was Legend of the Chambered. The Iron Sword is from there, the Quither is from there, the apples are from there, the pickaxe, and I believe the swords as well. So there's no apples, unfortunately, but we can, however, replant the saplings, which, yeah, make sure you always replant what you take. So just have a little bit of a look at the terrain. The terrain wasn't that high in overall, like, general terms. It wasn't in high terrain. That's just the way Minecraft was for a long time. And now we've got things like amplified. So let's just turn these into sticks. And let's make ourselves some of the first ever tools. Let's see if any of the textures change. So the textures, even today, have still not changed. Sword. No. Yes. Sword. I'm going to make myself a shovel. And last but not least, I'm going to make myself an axe. And I think they did have a hoe. I think they did. Shall we check? Let's check if they did have hoes back in them olden days. They did have a hoe. So, I remember this. All right, this was actually the only way you could have got seeds, as you guys can see there. So seeds was only obtainable via doing this. And I remember this. I don't know if it's still available in Minecraft. It's been a long time since I used a hoe on grass. And also tools didn't really break the best. For example, even trees. They didn't. Oh, actually, it works a little bit on trees. It wasn't so much on the crafting table. But let's just take a few more things. It kind of really does suck that there's no sound, though. It makes things really awkward if it's just me talking. But let's just see what we have available here. It really does feel like an early Let's Play series. And I don't know if you guys would ever like a really early Let's Play series. I think it would be fun to do an episode for old versions. I don't know, we can kind of see, but this is the first version I can save the game. So if I was to make a Let's Play, it would be in this one overall. Now, I don't plan to make a house right now. I'm just grabbing some of the basic blocks to see what we can and cannot do. Now, I think we can still smelt. So let's just see, right? Let me just grab some of this and let me see if I can smelt some cobblestone. Let me see if we can turn it back into stone. See if that was in the earlier versions. And then I can regenerate the world, so we can change the world. So that's something that we will do as well. So let's just grab a bunch of these. I don't know how many I'm going to need to make myself a furnace. I think it's 8 in total. All right, there we go. We've got a crafting bench. Let's just get out of here real quick. I'm kind of waiting for nighttime. We might not get to see it at nighttime, but I just want to load a few things. Also, you would have noticed since the last version, you're only going to see coal really above ground level. You're not going to see any of the iron now or the gold because they became like underground type of thing. And I don't think there's any animals in here. That's something else. Obviously the hearts, you guys can see, we don't have hunger. It's just hearts. But I'm wondering if there's going to be any of the animals because I can't remember what version they first introduced it. So this may be the first version that it was just wheat that people used. That was it, wheat. So can we do this? I think we can. Done. We have the old furnace. What does it look like? It's got like the stone top there. They changed that so it kind of had like its own effect. Let's put them in there. Can we smelt it? We can make stone. That's pretty cool. All right, I also want to see, can we make torches? We can make torches. All right then, so a lot of things are there, but I also noticed then I can also craft, I think, stone slabs with cobblestone. You cannot do that. So yeah, there's something else that you guys are probably learning as well. So this is also a learning curve for me, by the way, guys. I generally don't fully remember these versions and what we can and cannot do. But let's just go and do a little bit more traveling before I reload the world and just show you guys that you can simply reload the world. But doing the reloading back like those years ago, the trees look really weird. Doing the loading back then, it was really strange because I remember doing it on my laptop and it would take a long time to generate. But now I have a good PC. It just instantly generates. So you can see not only how Minecraft has changed, but how technology has. And also, there is an animal. We have our sheep. Was sheeps the only animals? We have sheeps. Oh, wow. That's cool. I'm sorry, sheep. I'm going to kill you. Oh, I'm not. I'm just going to take this off you. I remember that. You didn't technically have to kill the sheep to get his wool. And I like that because you weren't killing him. We got some wool here. Can we make a bed? Should we see this? I'm just curious. I'm like so curious about this. So I need a little bit more wood here. As you guys can see, they walk really strange. They're not fully designed yet, kind of. I wonder if there's pigs or cows. If there's going to be anything, I think it was pigs that were earlier than cows. But sheep were technically the first ever mob introduced, which is strange. So, let's just grab these. Can we make the bed? We cannot make a bed. We cannot make a bed in Minecraft. So this kind of makes me think, was there a nighttime? Was there a nighttime? I'm trying to select them, but you can't select them. That is strange. So was there a nighttime? I also want to see if we could place down the seeds. And we can place down saplings. But I want to see if we can place down the seeds to make our food. Come on, nighttime. I'm generally waiting for nighttime before we skip ahead here. So let's just move. I want to see if there's any water. I think the water was over here. There is. I just want to see if we can plant our seeds. Obviously to get wheat. So it looks like that was the only source of food. Unless we can find ourselves some pigs. You guys can see it's a little bit laggy. Even a little bit on this computer, it's a little bit laggy. That's just Minecraft because it wasn't really optimized or anything like that. Imagine using shaders on an old version like this. All right, please tell me we can do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I got 2 of them. Can I? Here we go. They're done. We can do it. All right, it does grow. I don't know how long it's going to take, but probably a long time. I'm just having a little bit more of a look around here to see if we can find any more animals. There was no temples. There was no villages. It was just instant land going everywhere and anywhere. And by the version, at the top left, it says Minecraft INF Dev. I think it's just the infinite development version. But this is very similar to the final release that they did give us. There's a cave here. You know what? I think it's worth us... No, it's not a cave. I thought it was a cave. I want to try and find a cave and see what ores are what levels. This doesn't really say what level. Doesn't have a... Yeah, we've got iron here. Alright, it's the first little bit of iron we've got. It's gold. I want to find what level we get gold at. And I can't even switch to creative because I can't even press T to open commands or anything like that. So it's just strange. It does really feel strange going back in time. Oh dear, that was not supposed to happen. And I kill myself. Right, let's not go down too. In fact, we should be okay. Ugh, I'm gonna end up killing myself here. Lava. Okay, I think that's still the bottom layer, being 64 blocks down. All right, before I do kill myself, let's just see what it's like up top again. And see if it's daytime yet. Sorry, nighttime yet. Right, how do we get out of here? Do I have enough blocks to get out of here? Do I have anything? We have a lot of wood. That'll do. Alright. So caves, no mobs. However, iron. And it looks like there is iron, coal. Didn't find any diamond. Not diamond. Didn't find any gold. But I'm pretty sure there will be gold. Diamond didn't come in until later date. But it may have been in the full version. Was it in the full version? I think it may have been in the full version. Let's just get out of here. Let's not deal with that. It's too much going on down there for me. We're waiting for the sun to drop down. It is becoming nighttime. So they did have a nighttime. Very curious about that. So they did have a nighttime. So the question is, right, with nighttime coming, did they have any monsters? Now, I'm thinking if they did have monsters, it would have been a zombie, or would it have been a skeleton? I think it would have been a zombie. So let's just wait. All right, let's just wait a little bit. Wait for it to go fully nighttime. Wait for obviously the moon to come up. Then I'm just going to reload the world and show you guys how easy it was to reload the world. And then I guess maybe part 5. This is part 4. Yes, I keep getting mixed up. Maybe in part 5 we'll start to learn more about what mobs they did introduce and what mobs they did have. And we've actually got like really big stars, which is cool. You can slowly see the moon come up here. Let me just stand on top of here. It's really hard to place blocks as easy as it was. Yeah. It's pretty cool though. Pretty cool seeing how things are slowly changing. So this was the first day and night cycle. And judging by the time I'm recording, I can see over here that it was still 10 minutes day, 10 minutes night. So in one day, it's 20 minutes because 10 minutes day, 10 minutes night. So that is really cool. I like that. But it doesn't look like there's going to be any mobs. I'm just going to stay up here for a second to see if we can see anything at all. I don't know if it has to be loaded chunks. So we might have to go and do a little bit. Let me see. Do I take... I'm going to take 4 damage, aren't I, if I jump? Yes, because 1 water still did damage to you until a long time, actually, in Minecraft. The 1 high water wasn't introduced for a long time. Alrighty. Alright. Alright, we're just going to have a little bit more of a wonder. Gonna have a little bit more of a wander through the woods. Then I'll reload, and then we move on to part 5. Now, I don't know what version I'm moving on to next. Hopefully, one of the next versions does have sounds. Again, it doesn't really look like there's going to be any nighttime mobs. But if someone knows if there is, if you guys check this out for yourself and you notice any mobs, whether it be skeletons, let me know if you're playing the version. The version I'm playing is Old Alpha. You can see at the top right, it's Old Alpha Infinite. Obviously, the development version. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's any mobs. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go exit, change world. I'm just going to click here, and this will simply generate a brand new world if I'm correct. Yes, it's building a turret. I was worried it's going to crash there. So brand new world, brand new start. I do have the other one saved, but it looks like it's infinite. So hopefully you guys did enjoy part 4. Again, although you're learning, I'm also learning. So if I just go to exit and then go to quick game, we should have here our first ever menu again. It didn't crash the game, normally it does, and it's loved by millions, it still is today. So I've been Echo. If you did enjoy it, be sure to thumbs it up. And as always, I'll catch you next time. Bye!